The Hog's pen is still trying to get clouded off this. Listen.
Well, this is that moment when all the Trump supporters that had faith, or at least said they had faith, are drowning in their tears right now. But those who
This is redneck Trumper.
still have actual faith are relaxed, calm, chilling, because they know that there's nothing that can stop what's coming. Let me tell you, people, Biden is never going to be the president of our country.
People are texting him like, yo, redneck Trumper, Biden's president. He just got inaugurated, brother.
Just because he just swore in does not make him officially. There are documents that have to be signed first. All this means right now is that there is no acting president, because the transfer of power is in the midst and taking place right now. Right now, the military is in control. Just sit back and watch and be patient.
Clapper.
What the fuck is Clapper?
I hope you listened very carefully to what he was saying, but I also hope you were paying attention to the background.
The gold fringe flag is a clear sign of the system being in place. It is not the system we are taught to believe is in place. A gold fringe flag was historically used during times of war and maritime admiralty law, which is what we are in right now as well.
If you look at the flags that were behind him, you will have noticed the gold fringe on them. You better get your popcorn ready, because it's about to be one hell of a movie that you're about to see.
What?
Good night, everyone. Sleep tight, because you're going to need it.
Okay, so I want to put this out here for especially the liberals who keep calling Trump supporters like they're in a cult. You guys are in a cult. You're following Trump. It's the 45 cult. You do realize that free thinkers cannot be in a cult. They're not in a cult. If you're in a cult, you're just listening to everything that's told to you and believe everything that's said to you instead of doing the research. So think about that. You're in the cult. You're in the cult because you just believe everything that's fed to you on the news.
Instead of me, a person who believes everything that's fed to him on their Facebook timeline. Me, a smart person, not believing in the conspiracies. Ooh, that's good. That's good stuff. Okay.
Turns out I was wrong. Donald Trump is not going to be inaugurated tomorrow, January 20th. But neither is Joe Biden. So I guess it all starts in 1871.
The internet has been accused of wrecking.
Because that's how long it's been since this is
Wait, did he do a Zoom cut? Like,
to be inaugurated tomorrow, January 20th. But neither is Joe Biden.
damn, dude. Yo, this guy, it has to be a police chief somewhere. You know why I think this? He is too thumb-like to not be a police chief of a department somewhere.
So I guess it all starts in 1871. Because that's how long it's been since this has actually been a country. Apparently, we've been a corporation owned by the City of London. This is how far back this goes. We actually haven't been a country, guys. All intel says that Pelosi, Biden, Harris, Pence, all of them are going to be picked up. And when the inauguration comes around...
What? What intel does he have? What?
There'll be nobody ratified by the Senate to take the seat. Therefore, the contract with the City of London is null and void. This, in fact, is why the military is as dense as they are in D.C., because they will take custody of the United States. That's why all along this coast, from there to there, and all along this coast, from there to there, Our Navy is lined up. You can see them as far as the horizon goes. From north all the way to south, there's naval ships. That's why all in this region right here, there's so many aircraft, it's like you can't even see through it when you look at the radar. That's why the military is standing up all across this region. They will take control tomorrow. And then all the evidence of the fraud will show that Trump won overwhelmingly. And then probably, from what I've heard, in March, he will be the 19th president of the United States. The last time we had an actual president of this country was Ulysses S. Grant. Of course, he was the 18th president. So Trump will be the 19th president of the United States.
What? Bro, this is so sick. This is fucking sick. This is sick, dude. That's awesome. That's actually awesome. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? The fucking creativity that hogs engage in. If they could somehow capture that energy, they would make great videos, great movies. The creativity that they engage in to cope with the reality around them is so awesome. The reality that like Joe Biden won and Donald Trump lost, like they would literally make the best movies. But the reason why they currently can is because they just don't know how to harness that creative energy that they use to create victimhood.
If I saw Donald Trump's farewell speech, and yep, I watched it live. My wife looked at me, she was like, "Don't cry." I was like, "I'm not crying." "You're crying." In all seriousness, I was not crying. Hello, America.
If Trump does
Shit, this is loud.
nothing by tomorrow, everyone is going to think that we're just batshit crazy. Who's going to the loony bin with me?
Terry is a fucking weak-ass country. We can't even hardly beat a little ragtag fucking outfit like fucking Afghanistan. We was over there for fucking, I don't know, 10 years or better and didn't accomplish nothing. Got our asses
Only been in Afghanistan for 10 years.
handed to us.
Many people don't know that. Yeah, that's the other conspiracy as well.
Same with Iraq. Same with Iran.
We've been in Iraq and Iran for 10 years as well.
People, and it's a joke. And Donald Trump is a bitch that is a joke right with him. Weak-ass, pathetic. Man, about 30 years ago, they should have killed every baby that was born for the last 30 years because they're nothing but
Damn, base, pro-abortion. My man talking about baby side, dude. Wow, loves abortion, I guess.
weak little spineless fucking trash.
I couldn't make the cutoff. I'm dead too. I'm a dead baby.
Ain't just the young ones.
You know what I mean? Like, I at the age of 29, I almost made the cutoff, but no, I'm a weak little baby too. I'm a weak baby.
The older motherfuckers, coward bitches too. Nobody will stand up. There will not be one person stand up and do a thing in this country. They'll sit back and they'll take this shit. This is the shit that Pence and Trump and Biden and Harris shoved down our throat, and they're
It doesn't feel real. All right, let's.
Did they? I don't know what you thought or expected, but I wanted to see.
I can't believe Johnny Sins is on Clapper, dude.
I wanted to see it happen on live TV. I wanted to see him go down. Right.
Random raw thoughts. This guy thinks he's so fucking. He thinks he's so crazy. This guy is the guy who posts unironic Joker memes. You know what I mean? Where he's like, "I'm disturbed. I'm so disturbed. I wanted to hear some of my raw thoughts. It's gonna be too hard for you to handle. Maybe you might want to take a seat for this."
Right? You want them to, because it's surreal to think that the election fraud and everything that's going on is so blatantly obvious. And yet they're seemingly getting away with it. Right? It doesn't feel real. It's almost unimaginable. I mean, it is unimaginable. But then I got to thinking afterward, because I was so pissed watching it all. It was just making me angry.
I'm so fucking damaged, bro.
But then I dug into chatting with other people and looking at some things and looking at some posts and stuff like that. And it made me...
Thank you, Fight Your Stepdad, for the 5 good to subs. And Shady K Plays with a 9 and 6. 15 total.
Me start to realize that just because the inauguration went through doesn't necessarily mean it's over. It was complete. The steal, the treason, complete, done. And all those other people that now have participated in it. Only time will tell. Who knows? Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe Q is, I don't know, fucked up. Maybe it's a complete psyop. I don't know. But I know this. I know there are too many dots that have connected. There are too many things that have taken place. As it's been said, how many coincidences have to happen before something becomes mathematically impossible? And then you have to stop and you have to think, all those troops, all that military equipment, the way it's set up with all the fencing and the barbed wire, all of the ships off the California coast, the troops mobilized from other states.
Bro, they literally live on a different planet. Like, they're over here like, oh, dude, there's ships off the coast of the U.S. coast. Like, that implies that, like, clearly, you know, the American government's being taken over.
Heading there. All for a virtual inauguration. I mean, we all saw the same thing on television. There weren't that many people there that would warrant that. So the question you have to ask is why? What's really going on right now? What has gone on? And
what's the solution to this? Just sit tight.
Exactly
Just let him fucking, you know, work it. Let him work it out, brother. There's no solution to this.
To all of the people that held on and had false hope. I just didn't want people to feel hopeless, and I really had faith that this was gonna turn in our favor. I never believed that God was gonna allow the evil to take over again. I don't understand why. I don't understand why God would put President Trump in the White House to do so many good things, to reveal all of the evilness that was in the world that most of us, a lot of us, didn't know the extent of until he pulled the curtains back. And now we just have to live with it. I don't know why. I don't know why God put the people that kill babies and hate and want to live their lives completely opposite of his word. Why they succeed in a lie, and why the people that serve him and live their life as best as they can by his law.
Dude, how fucking privileged is your life that, like, the first time you question God and all the pain that God has shown you is when Democrats win an election rightfully. Like, really, dude? God damn, dude. How fucking spoiled are you? Like, have you never thought about, I don't know, like starving babies being born in Africa with HIV and shit? Like, have you never for a second just escaped your own body and peeked beyond the horse blinders that you live with just to assume that, like, you know, there's fucking kids that melt into their goddamn school bus because a Raytheon laser guided missile happened to hit their fucking school bus in Yemen. You know what I mean? Like, that kid didn't deserve it. Where's your God now? Meanwhile, she's over here like, why are Democrats who are killing babies? Why are Democrats winning the election? Like, holy shit, dude. I mean, don't go so far out to fucking Yemen. There are millions of kids in this country, the wealthiest nation on earth, that are food insecure. Okay? Like, there's so many other problems that you could be crying about. Meanwhile, you're over here like, oh, Democrats won the election. Why would God do this?
Continue to suffer. And now the left is going to say that we're the snowflakes and we're the ones having meltdowns. But it's so different because they were upset because they thought their right to kill their children was going to be taken, and their right to cut their dicks off was going to be taken. We are upset because our lives, our freedom, everything that...
Like what? Like what? One is actually limiting the bodily autonomy of both trans people and women as a whole. The other is what? Like, what are these rights that were taken away from you? Like, your right to be fucking transphobic? Is that what it is? Because even then, it's not. Nothing's gonna happen. Like, you're still gonna be able to do and say transphobic shit. I don't understand.
We knew for the last 4 years is going to be undone, and everything that was evil, that was exposed, is going to be swept under the...
Wow.